Hello, hello, hello everyone, and welcome back to Timberborn. I'm Lavender Mama, and this is the Lavender Tower. Now, this truly unique map I think is going to be quite a bit of a challenge for us. How do you think we can do? Well, let's jump in. Alrighty, so if we take a peek here at what we did last time, we got all of this in. But I also had a bit of a thought. Since this is something that we can just close off, these floodgates, and have the badtide just stay in there, I think we'll end up with two tiles of bad water. Yeah, we'd end up with 2 tiles of bad water, which if we shut these right before it started, so it was like full of fresh water, not very much bad water could actually encroach upon the water that's in there. But then we would be able to block this over here off and create a larger pool that maybe we could put a couple of water pumps on. If we just filled this, had this come into here as well as go out that way, and filled a pool over here, that would take care of our pool requirement to keep this corner of the map green, but it would also give us some space back that we'd be able to put more trees into. So I think that's what we're going to work on here first. Oops, I just did the wrong thing and really put that at a very, very high level. Let's come over here where I can see what we're doing, and we're going to do that. All right. So that is, I think, what we are going to kind of work on for a minute. I know that in the first iteration of this map, we have talked about filling this with water, and I did have, I believe it was Mr. Bill in the comments saying that he had done that on his playthrough, and that seemed to do very well, but that would mean we'd have to build up all of this stuff, and we'd lose riverfront access for our stuff until we got all of that complete. So we'd have to bring this all up a level, and I'm not really too keen on doing that, I think. So I think we're gonna stay with what we've got for the moment and kind of run that. We do have our beavers down here working on gears and planks. We are looking at, oh, we have a hauling post is up and running now, and we are looking a little short on lumber again though. So I think that maybe we will look at getting this over here up and running as an area for more trees. If we fill this with water, that would definitely make... Why do we have all these beavers running on the wheel when we've got plenty of power coming through there at the moment for what we are working on? I think we'll make them go away. All right, let's go ahead and throw down a lumberjack in here. Wow, he can only get that far. Well, that kind of sucks. Let's put him there then. Can we wind a path out though? That's gonna be the problem. We can't get to him until we chop some of these down. So maybe we just throw one in here. Let's just pause him and have them cut down what they can get to. Over in here. There we go. We don't need any of this. All right, we'll leave them to do that. Yep, we do have somebody in there right away. Very good, very nice. That is fairly full. This one can go away. Let's just do a little bit of a tidy up here quick. Let's take this out. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. We can't get to those trees unless we put in another staircase. Or those ones. Or those ones. Okay. So he's got nothing to do in that area. It's all fine. It's all fine. Okay. Very good, very nice. I think this can get demolished. Oops. Whoa. Thank you, autosave. All right. We are in cycle 5, day 11, so we should have some badness pop up here right quick. But we are going to need a way to get down in here. Let's just throw a staircase right here for right now. All right, and I'm thinking if we plop a couple of floodgates right here, and we get rid of these 2 trees right here, then we'll be able to go ahead and levy off this last bit of it. Let's go ahead and pop priority on those. I don't know what they're working on. Probably should figure that out, eh? What have we got set up priorities? Nothing. Nothing at the moment. Oh, we probably need to connect the path though, don't we? There we go. Alrighty. That means that we could come in here and change this pond and have it not take up quite so much space in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pause that, dude. We can't release any water into here until this has done its job. And they've gotten all of this taken care of. I think this guy is gonna... Whoa! Okay. That, as you noticed, that startled me. Just a teeny tiny bit. Just a teeny tiny bit. We're gonna go ahead and we are going to do that. For right now. Wow, they're quick like that. Very, very quick. Can we get those 2 out of there, please? So we can get this... Did I not mark those for priority? No, I did not. Of course not. Of course not. Alrighty, so how are we doing on food? We don't have a super lot of food. I think we might be looking at needing a few more... farmers. We need some more farmers. Alright, let's Let's pop that to 0.95 so it'll only overflow if it gets too full. There we go. Let's go ahead and fill that puppy up. Is it filling or is it just going to that level? Let's, can we divert? We can. I didn't want the blueberry bush. We got 0.8 days. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That was a little much. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to shut this guy. Very good, very nice. And then if we think about this and we wait until like .3, we shut it now. Yes, that means our darn it. Okay, so most of this was full of fresh water, so theoretically that should mean that it's mostly full with fresh water, so it can't fill up with bad water, right? Oh shoot, I hit the wrong button again. Let's see, somewhere in there. Okay. Now, one more thing I was thinking, if we had a floodgate on the end of here and we kept that full of fresh water, would that combat this? No, because look right here, this is fresh water and it is not doing a thing. It's not doing anything. Alrighty. Alrighty. So that doesn't work out so well. Okay. I would like to square this off, which is kind of silly, but I would. Which means that we need levees there, right? Can I get a... No, nowhere we put a ladder in there is going to work. Except for if we take this guy out. And then we put in another levee there. Right? And then we're going to come in here and we are going to... Now we can't demolish that one right there. We can take up this one. And this one. And let's go ahead and prop priority on those two. Very good, very nice. Okay. And then that guy, we need to start demolishing. I know. I know. It's kind of a silly thing, but we're gonna do it. Now, this is going to be demolished by the bad water. That was weird. Why is it retreating? You see that? The bad water is retreating. Interesting. Oh, because it was the end of the... It's okay, I'm alright. I'm gonna put this back to 9.5. We are going to release this one first. Oh no! Oh no! Oh crap! Oh! Like what the what? Oh! Oh no! All right, so we apparently have a gigantic pinch point right there that is not going to allow for that kind of flow so quickly. No matter what I do, that was like 0.9. Alrighty. Show. Can I isolate? Oh, that one's... That's the problem. Okay, so far it looks like we only have one contaminated beaver, which that's just amazing how we did all of that and only ended up with one contaminated beaver. I do not know, but hey, that's it could have been way worse, I guess. Yeah, could have been way worse. All right, they're not going to be able to get to that, I don't think. So can we find a way for them to get to that? Let's see here. I just want the pad. Oh, you know what? We have the ability to use ladders. I know. We're so smart, aren't we? We're so smart. So let's go. We could have gotten away with one ladder right there. But hey, they're already working on it, so I'll let them work on it. All right. It's all right. It's okay. It's all fine. It's all fine. Okay. These are still all the way down. We don't have any flow restriction here. So let's get a little flow restriction in there. so that we can stay full. This is going to need to come down a little bit too. Otherwise, we're never going to get full. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. If we put a floodgate on here on the very end, then we would be able to create flow restriction here as well. Okay. I think for this to work, we're gonna have to also put a levee here on this corner. I don't know that this is actually going to work anyways, but we're gonna try. Alright, that means that this one over here is no longer accessible, but that's fine. We are going to stick in something over in here once we get all of this taken care of. So that is done. That can be paused because it's going away. That also can be... We're going to have to rebuild all of this. We're going to have to wait for this to clear out before we can... you know what? It's not that much water. There we go. Okay. Now... No, no, no. No brown cow. Alright. So let's see here. How are we doing food-wise? Still not great. Still not great. So can we... Oh, you can't reach over in that corner. No, you can. Why aren't you cutting wood? Our wood storage is full. Alright. We can fix that. What am I looking for? Let's not do that. Let's move this guy. I feel like moving this guy too. Over to the other side where the badtide would be, and then this would leave this spot open for that. Okay, so if we do this storage, boosh, right? And then we do a letter right here. There we go. And then we say we want logs here. And we need a lumberjack back. Maybe I'll put a lumberjack over here, because this is gonna be... Okay, if I put a forester over here, will he reach all of this? He will. He shall. And then if I put a lumberjack right there, he shall reach as well. We don't really have a ton to stick back in that little corner, is the only thing. Maybe we stick 2 lumberjacks there. Very good, very nice. All right, this guy, he can reach up to there, all the way around there. Oh, they got that in. I'm going to take this one out. So sorry. You need to leave. I am going to make life a little easier here. And we are going to unplant on this path. Yes. Then we are going to conjoin with that path. We are also going to throw in a ladder right here. And we're going to move this ladder right here. Oh, hey, they got that floodgate in. All right, so if we... Boosh. And we have a drought approaching. Okay, so now we've moved all of the stuff that doesn't need to be on valuable ground over to there, which will mean that we have better access to all of that. We can go ahead then and plant this with trees so that we can expand the forest without a problem. We're going to do that for right now. I don't think we had a problem with these ones right here. I'm going to throw in... No, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go ahead and just put a little berry patch right there. We are going to have to expand the berry patch, I think. All right. We do now have all of this up here, and these ones will stay hydrated longer. So we could put in a like bridge across here, and then that would give us access to all of those as well. Or we could just put a staircase up here for these guys. That would work as well too. All right, so we have just a couple of days now until this drought is going to hit us. We are going to go ahead and say that this is going to go all the way up. That'll come back down. Okay. Oh wait, no, we want this to go to... What is it at right now? 1.65. right, set height when drought starts. Set it when it ends. 6.5. Set height when bad tide ends. I don't really want that bad water to end up in here. Is my only thing. Okay, can he not reach that area? No, he can reach. I'm not quite certain why he's not reaching. Oh, there we go. Those are at 100%. These ones are still leaking bad water from that last round. We've got a 9-day drought. But hey, it's all working. Alright, go away. Let's get this one attached. Nope. Not what I meant to do. I want to come straight off of there. There we go. Yes. Now we are going to come in here. And throw in a fluid dump. Since this water never is clean, this will just mean that we can go ahead and we can do some more stuff there. Thankfully, the only time this is really super bad is during a bad tide, so because we end up with a higher concentration of bad water in there. Water-wise, we seem to be doing all right. I think we're fine. Food-wise, how are we doing food-wise? Berries are our only food. Oh, we do have two beavers that are homeless. Can we? No. We can't hear them. We shall put one right there. We're probably going to come up with something different down in here, but that is not for the moment. Alrighty. So here, we need to come up with... We're going to leave this path. We're probably going to want a ladder right here. Very good, very nice. And then we're probably going to need some platformage. So if we do... It's 1, 2, 3... I think that'll work. And then we put in boosh, boosh, boosh. Very good, very nice. Okay. Very good, very nice. Very good, very nice. We'll just keep expanding this path as we go. We probably should have just put that straight across from there, but hey, whatever. It works. Then we'll go ahead and we will also swoop, swoop. Water storage is going to be the next thing we need to figure out. If we take these off along here, once we've got... I'm sorry, trees, you gotta go. We need that space sooner rather than later. We could conceivably continue with our platformage. Oops, no, let's just go to there. Right, and then we do have enough science and probably enough years to get the medium tank. No, I don't want it there. Thank you very much. Let's see here. If we put... If we put them like that, and then run that along there. Can I have the platform, please? At some point we're gonna, oop, there we go, we lost our water. We're gonna want a, that's not a cool thing. Do we still have water in here? Probably not. Not what I wanted to look at, thank you very much. Nope, no water in there. Okay. So this does make a bit of a problem that we made it bigger area that we have to have water in. But I think we'll be okay. Can we, trying to see here. We need a path along here at some point. If we just came along like that instead, we should be able to, not right there, maybe right there. Right there, we are gonna need a stream gauge in there though. It's gonna be part of the problem. Okie dokie Smokey, I think that'll work. No door. What? Oh. Alright. Pause. Pause when drought starts. Pause when bad tide starts. Unpause when temperate starts. Pause, pause, unpause, pause. Pause, unpause, pause. And pause, unpause, and pause. Okay. Oh, but you don't need to be on right now. There's not even any water in there. Very good, very nice. Okay. Dies in 13 days. So these will be fine. We're about to get our water back as it is, so no worries. No worries. Let's double check. Nope, none of these are marked for cutting. All of those are marked for cutting, but are we out of... We're out of log storage already? That's crazy. Did we flood everything over here this time? Okay, I think we actually want to adjust this one to shuffle a little more water that way. I think we'll put this at a 6.5. And then we will tell this we want it at a 6.5. Okay. Very good, very nice. Alrighty. How are we doing on food? Not great. Still not great. Oops, we didn't actually make the house accessible. That's a problem. Do we have gear storage? We don't have anyone working in the gear workshop. Let's go ahead and just kick that up a notch. No, we don't have any gear storage. All right, so let's take care of that. Let's do... Nope, that's not what I wanted. And we're going to say gears. Okay, very good. Very good, very good. I bet we should have turned on that. I wish you could set that to a whatchamacallit. We do have somebody working in here, so now we can... those are all marked for cutting. Yes, they are. But I believe we are out of storage space again. Very good. And then we are going to... we're gonna leave that space alone. I don't want all of that across the river. There we go. All right. And then looking at this, I think this would be perfect spot for, you know what, let's, Okay. Beautiful. All right. Now, food-wise, let's get... a couple of farmers in here. I'm thinking they can span this whole entire area here. So if we're not going to be able to do there. If we put one guy here, because that's going to be contaminated most of the time, and one guy here, and then we come in here and we plant. Yeah, we're going to lose some of this when it's the bad period. Cassava, can we can put that into a fermenter. Does need some power, but we can up the food quotient a little bit, I think, if we do that. And we will go ahead and we will, I don't think it'll plant there, but we'll try. And then I'm going to come back here and we are going to plant as much of this back here as we can with more kohlrabi. All right. This needs to go elsewhere, but we don't have enough storage for things as it is. So let's go ahead and just create a new little spot for it right over here. I haven't built that one yet either, so we're still waiting on that. What are they working on? That's an interesting place for that to end up. All right, we're gonna go ahead and we are going to I think we're gonna go that way because I'm thinking we are going to throw another warehouse for lumber right here. And another one there. And another one there. And let's mark them all for logs. I think this is probably overkill, but we are being held up. They can't chop any of these trees because there's no place to put them. So we'll just leave them there. All right. How we doing? I would kind of like to get one of these guys like in and planting. We're gonna say, oh, he can only reach that far? Interesting. You're gonna be the harvesting one, you're gonna be the planting one. You're gonna prioritize kohlrabi. We don't have anyone in to work in there. Alrighty. Good to go. It's bedtime for them. Even though it looks like daylight for us, it's bedtime for them. Oh, whoops. That was rather silly. All right. Good to go. You know, we could have just put that guy over here. I mean, I did leave a path. Oh, goodness. Yes, let's. They don't have any materials in that yet. Okay, let's go ahead and, oh, let's take this path out of the bottom here, which is right underneath the pumps that couldn't pump. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. All right. We're gonna throw in this fluid dump over here, right? And I'm half tempted to come in here and put in, like, right there is our pathway. Like, I know they just finished that. But to put a floodgate in right here, and then that would mean we just leave it open most of the time, but when drought starts, it goes all the way up. Bad tide all the way up. All right, and then what that'll mean is that we only have to fill this area right in here. We don't have all this long windy, well, part of the long windy, but this is lesser space to actually fill than up there. I know it doesn't seem like much, but it is. And then we can tell it with a stream gauge right next to it. That we just want to keep it at that little teeny tiny full point. We also will have the ability to come in here. We could move that over here. We could put in some platforms here and put in some more pumps. So that just expanded our water collection by quite a bit. Quite a bit. All right. Look at that. They got all of that planted in there. Very good. Very nice. Yeah, that's what I thought. They can't put anything there. All right. But we could put some... We could do something a little bit better here for this guy. If we do that, right, then we could put our what have we got? I wasn't even paying attention there. Another drought. If we do the tiny long warehouse, boosh, and then we do a tiny warehouse, boosh, we can come across like this, and we can put a ladder right here. We also, for ease of the farmers, can put another ladder right there. I know, lots of ladderage going on right there. We also can connect that to that. Very good, very nice. And now we'd be able to put some more farm storage up on top here as well. In fact, maybe we just move this guy over one more. Or maybe we put him over here altogether. Boosh. Oh, did that make... That made him reach farther. That is so strange. Like, why? He was right there. That actually made him reach all the way to that area where he couldn't reach before. I am so confused sometimes by this game. Path, please. All right. Did we get all the way along there? Yes. Okay. Very good. Very nice. Okay. So these guys are working on all of that. We're not going to get back there because that's a little dried out. But look at that. As soon as we get this guy in, I'm not too worried about wood at the moment though, so it's all right. We do need to get in a little bit of water storage right over in here for this guy so that they don't have to travel quite as far with water to refill this guy. So I'm just going to plop one right there and tell it we want water in it. That means that they can fill that guy. And we are going to say obtain on that one. All right. Well, okay. I think we've made considerable progress. We got a new tree storage area in, and he is planting away right now. We have some new food crop area that is all good to go, and then we'll have storage for that. Woo, thank you, autosave. We have the water area over here. Dang, thank you, game. Oh, we don't have that in yet. These did all shut though, right? Yep, they did. We've got all this wood storage over here done. This is all fixed. Very good, very nice. All right, so I think that is a good stopping place for today. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I know it was a bit chill one, which we kind of needed after the last couple. Oh, this guy has nothing to do quite yet. Oh, now he has something to do because the berries are planted there. I'm gonna knock his priority down though, so they can go do something else and then come back later. Anyways, so yeah, that I think it's a good spot to stop. So once again, thank you for watching. I appreciate you being here so much. And go down in the comments and tell me what you'd like to see happening on this map. I think next episode we will be hustling for the metal so that we can get to sluices. It'd be very, very nice to have sluices available to us for our water tank area up at the top, and for a couple other things. So let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.